Hey, Skol Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? I'm your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota. And oh man, do I have chills running down my spine today. Picture this. Halloween weekend in the Motor City, where the ghosts of NFC North battles past come alive, and our boys in purple pull off the ultimate scare, knocking off the undefeated Lions 27-24. Yeah, you heard that right. We spooked Jared Goff and that roaring Detroit offense like it was a haunted house on steroids. But hold up, because this isn't just any win. It's the kind that reignites our fire after a bumpy start to the season. We're talking sacks flying, fumbles popping loose, and a defense that played like possessed Vikings of old. Stick with me, because I'm breaking this epic down scene by scene, and by the end, you'll be pounding your chest yelling, "Skol!" Who's ready to relive the magic? Let's charge in. Detroit can be a scary place to play, folks. Those Lions fans howling like wolves, that Ford Field shaking like an earthquake. But Sunday, it was our Minnesota Vikings who turned the tables and sent shivers down the spines of Jared Goff and his high-powered offense. We're diving into the heart of this thriller, where every snap felt like a plot twist in a blockbuster. The final score? A gritty 27-24 upset that has us back to .500 at 4-4 and 2-0 in the division. Imagine the build-up. Halloween vibes everywhere, purple and black clashing like candy corn in a blender. And our defense, schemed up by the wizard Brian Flores, ready to unleash hell. But what made this win so sweet? It wasn't just the scoreboard. It was the brotherhood. The all-in mentality that cornerback Byron Murphy Jr. nailed perfectly when he said, "I feel like the group was just all in. We were getting to the ball, doing the stuff we talked about. We were just sticking to one play at a time, then moving on to the next and kept playing for the guys next to you." That fire? That's us Skol fans, loyal, relentless. Tell me in the comments. Did you feel that energy watching from your couch? Or were you one of the brave souls in enemy territory? Our Vikings rolled into this NFC North showdown with a full defensive arsenal locked and loaded. And boy, did they deliver in a game that was as physical as a Viking raid on ancient shores. Sacks, tackles for loss, a forced fumble and recovery. These were the ingredients in our recipe for chaos, holding the Lions to just 24 points despite their aggressive play calling. We're talking a total team effort, where every guy from the D-line to the secondary swarmed like bees on honey, forcing Detroit into 4 3-and-outs out of 11 possessions. That's a whopping 36.4% rate, way above our season average where we already rank 4th in the NFL at 26%. The intensity ramped up early, with our front seven dictating the line of scrimmage and turning what could have been a Lions route into a nail-biter we controlled. Head coach Kevin O'Connell put it best. "I thought the line of scrimmage was big. Our defensive line, our edge players, having Andrew Van Ginkel back, the physicality that they played with up front allowed guys to go make a lot of tackles, make a lot of plays. Flores mixed it up masterfully, but it was heart over scheme, defeating blocks, stopping runs cold. Hey, Purple Army, what's your favorite Flores mind game call this season? Drop it below. This victory wasn't pretty, but it was ours, proving we're built for the grind of the North. We limited a Detroit run game averaging 133.7 yards per game to a measly 65 yards, Montgomery with 11 carries for 40, Gibbs just 9 for 25. That's containment at its finest, and it set the tone for our complementary football. As we head into the next week, this win feels like a turning point. Skol to that, but let's not get ahead. Next up, we're peeling back the layers on the linebackers who lit the field on fire. Linebackers Blake Cashman and Eric Wilson? Man, these guys played like men possessed, showing up everywhere on that Ford Field turf like they owned the joint. Cashman, fresh off his third game back from injured reserve, led the charge with a monster 14 tackles. That's more than some teams get in a half. He wasn't done there. He snagged a tackle for loss and, get this, forced the game's lone turnover, stripping the ball from David Montgomery in the third quarter for a fumble recovery by none other than Harrison Smith. That's the stuff of legends, turning momentum on a dime. 5 plays after that clutch grab, our rookie QB J.J. McCarthy. Oh, the kid's got ice in his veins. Scrambled for 9 yards on third, and 8 to punch in his third touchdown of the day, a weighty run that had us all jumping. O'Connell raved about it. Between the blocked field goal and the Harrison Smith fumble recovery, What I loved was the complementary nature of that. It shows you've got a totally connected team to make that play and then find a way to get points off those drives, including of course JJ's touchdown run. Cashman and Wilson weren't just stats. They were the heartbeat, flying around with that NFC North grit. Fellow fans, can you imagine the roar in that locker room? Cashman earning his nickname Cash by cashing in big, 14 tackles, TFL, forced fumble. What does this mean for our LB core moving forward? Are they the unsung heroes tying it all together? Hit me with your takes in the comments. I read every one. Eric Wilson, our Michigan native who's no stranger to this division after 7+ seasons split between us and those cheeseheads up north, was a beast unleashed, sacking Goff twice to push his season total to a career-high 3.5. One of those takedowns, a savage third-down sack just before halftime, dropping Goff for a 10-yard loss and forcing yet another Lions punt. Add in 4 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 2 QB hits, and you've got a player who balled out like it was personal. Murphy hyped him up. He went out there and balled. But he's been doing that all season. Wilson's familiarity with the NFC North grind made him the perfect spoiler, disrupting plays, setting edges, and making Goff dance like he was on hot coals. That pre-halftime sack? It swung the momentum, holding Detroit to a 3-and-out and giving our offense breathing room. O'Connell couldn't praise the physicality enough, and it's guys like Wilson who embody that one play at a time ethos. Skol Nation, who's your pick for defensive MVP of this game so far? Wilson? Cashman? Let's debate. This performance cements Wilson as a cornerstone, versatile, tough, and thriving under Flores' scheme. As we build toward the playoffs, his career-high sacks are a sign we're peaking. But wait, the D-line stepped up huge too. Next, we're shouting out Javon Hargrave and the front four who set the tone. Andrew Van Ginkel's return from injury since Week 3 was like injecting pure adrenaline into our defense. He notched 3 tackles, a TFL, and a QB hit right out the gate, including a game-changing stop on Jahmyr Gibbs just before halftime. That forced another Detroit punt. That play alone kept the Lions off the board and preserved our lead, showcasing the edge-setting prowess we've missed. Van Ginkel's back, and with him our pass rush feels complete again. His impact rippled through the game, helping us pressure Goff early and often. 5 sacks total, the most since Week 11 last year against Tennessee. O'Connell highlighted it. Flo did a really good job mixing it up, but it wasn't always scheme. It was a lot of guys defeating blocks, not getting knocked back. Van Ginkel defeated his man clean, turning potential gains into losses. Purple Faithful, how pumped are you to have AVG healthy? Does this unlock more chaos up front? With Van Ginkel anchoring the edge, our defense looks unbreakable. Multiple sacks in all 8 games this season, tying our second-longest streak ever. It's the longest active in the NFL, 12 straight dating back last year. This guy's return isn't just stats. It's swagger. Hold tight because the big men up front were just getting warmed up. Javon Hargrave was an absolute monster on the D-line, racking up 8 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 QB hits, and a thunderous sack on Goff that had the whole line celebrating like it was Mardi Gras. As the anchor, he set the bar high, penetrating the backfield and disrupting runs before they could breathe. Murphy gave him his flowers. The guys up front, they always set the bar for us. It's always shout out to the D-line first. Shout out to Grave for making those plays and setting the tone for us. He just got us going. Hargrave's physicality was the spark, blowing up plays, shedding blocks, and turning the line of scrimmage into Lions' nightmare alley. That sack? It came at a pivotal 3rd down, forcing a hurried throw and keeping our secondary clean. O'Connell noted the front's role in allowing LBs to fly free. The physicality that they played with up front allowed guys to make a lot of plays. Skol fans, Hargrave's been a beast since joining. Trade him in? Nah, he's gold. What's your bold prediction for his sack total by season's end? Fellow linemen Jalen Redmond and Levi Drake Rodriguez joined the party with sacks of their own. Redmond collapsing the pocket on a key drive and Rodriguez not just sacking but blocking a field goal attempt that could have tied it late. Redmond's pressure forced Goff into mistakes, while Rodriguez's block, pure hustle, gave us prime field position for McCarthy's heroics. These unsung heroes turned the trenches into a graveyard for Detroit's O-line. Their efforts amplified the whole unit, Hargrave leading with 8 tackles, Redmond and Rodriguez sealing the deal with those sacks. It's that depth that makes Flores' defense elite. Hey, Vikings wire, who else on the D-line deserves more love? Redmond's breakout or Rodriguez's special teams magic? This front four synergy is why we've got multiple sacks in every game, 8 straight, second longest streak in franchise history. It's electric, and it bled right into how we handled Goff. Jared Goff. The guy's a surgeon when clean, finishing 25 of 37 for 284 yards, 2 TDs, no picks, and a 108.4 rating, but our defense made sure he earned every blade of grass. Pressured early and often, sacked 5 times, we moved him off his spot like O'Connell said. I thought the pressure, we moved Jared off the spot, and he's as good as anyone if he can stay clean. We were able to move him off the spot and affect some plays. Even when they made some plays, we tried to make it hard on them. Goff connected with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta for 97 yards each, Laporta and Jameson Williams hauling in the receiving TDs, but we forced those 3 fourth-down conversions, including 2 scores, while punting them 5 times, 3rd time this season they've punted that often. That aggression, we matched it, turning their boldness into our opportunity. Skol Nation, Goff's no slouch, but our pass rush turned him mortal. Did we expose weaknesses, or was it one-off magic? Comment your hot take. Wilson's 2 sacks were the exclamation point on our QB harassment. Career high 3.5 now, with that halftime monster drop for 10 yards that echoed through the stadium. He added 4 tackles and 3 TFLs, embodying the ball-out Murphy praised. As a divisional vet, Wilson's instincts shone, reading plays like a book. That sack sequence killed a Lions drive, flipping the script before the break. O'Connell loved the mix. It was a lot of guys defeating blocks, trying to stop the run early, and I thought we did a good job. Wilson's QB hits rattled Goff into rush decisions. Purple Pride, Wilson's from Michigan. Did that extra fire burn brighter in Detroit? His season-long consistency is our secret sauce. Blowing up runs, pressuring pockets. With streaks like ours, Wilson's the glue. The D-line's multi-sack barrage Hargrave, Redmond, Rodriguez, Wilson powered our 8-game streak, longest active in the NFL. Dating back, 12 straight with multiples. It's tied for second in team history, behind only 2021's 14. Flores blitz packages and coverage kept Goff guessing, sacking him 5 times total. This pressure cooker limited big plays even as Detroit converted those fourths. O'Connell. You've got some really good players over there, and it just felt like our guys kept playing and pressed onward. Stats back it, 36.4% 3-and-out rate forced. Fans, is this the best pass rush since Griffin and Hunter? Spill. Our run stuff was lockdown 65 yards on 20 carries, shredding their 133.7 average. Montgomery 40 yards on 11, Gibbs 25 on 9. We stuffed them at the line, thanks to Hargrave's penetration and Van Ginkel's edges. O'Connell. Our defensive line, our edge players, allowed guys to go make a lot of tackles. Flores schemed runs dead early, but it was effort, defeating blocks, no knockbacks. We gave up those 4th-down TDs, but forced 5 punts. Complementary ball at its peak. Skol Squad. Run D underrated or top tier? Vote in comments. That blocked FG by Rodriguez? Gold set up McCarthy's scramble TD post-fumble. We contained the run, pressured the pass, and won the trenches war. Despite the 4th-down woes, 3 conversions, 2 scores, our resilience shown, punting Detroit 5 times and capitalizing on turnovers. O'Connell on the Lions. You know they're going to keep competing. You know they're going to make some plays. But we pressed on, turning aggression against them. The fumble recovery, blocked kick, those moments connected us. Murphy's all-in vibe? Felt it. Hey, Warriors, toughest conversion we allowed or silver lining in the fight. This grit defines us, back to .500, 2-0 divisional with wins at Chicago and here. O'Connell. This is a tough place to come win, and I'm just really proud of our guys. Proud from the beginning of the week till now. Would be very easy to succumb. But this team just does not do that. From IR returns to rookie runs, it's brotherhood. Vikings news alert. This upsets the spark we needed. McCarthy's magic 3 TDs, that 9-yard scramble on 3rd and 8 post recovery. Kids got moxie. O'Connell. Find a way to get points off those drives. With Jefferson one-handing grabs, Hawkinson scoring, we're clicking. Offense complemented D perfectly. 14-7 lead early, holding firm. Skol fans, JJ's the future? Hype level 10? Wrapping the complimentary theme. Blocked FG to fumble to TD, textbook connected team. Flores mix, O'Connell's prep, elite. Now, the big picture, 4-4, divisional dominators. O'Connell's pride? Earned. Proud of them. This team just does not do that. Resilience over perfection. Vikings news hot off the wire. This wins our reset button. Teasing ahead. Playoff push? With this streak, yes. Skol Nation. What a ride. This 27-24 thrillers got me fired up. From Cashman's strip to Hargrave's sacks. Our D spooked the Lions and stole the show. JJ's scrambles? Chef's kiss. We're 4-4. 2-0 in the north. Momentum's purple. But hey, your turn. Who was your game MVP? Cashman, Wilson, or McCarthy? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like if you're hyped. Subscribe for more Vikings news breakdowns. And share with your fellow Skol mates. Let's pack the next game. Hit that bell, Warriors. Until next time, keep the faith. Skol Vikings.